I wanted to talk about the video game Anthem that was shown at the E3 press conference this week, and being made by BioWare, and I do love BioWare. They made some of the best games that I've enjoyed, the Mass Effect series, Dragon Age series, KOTOR, and one of my personal favorites is Jade Empire. We really need a sequel for Jade Empire. Come on, show me some love for Jade Empire. I can play it on my iPhone, for crying out loud. We need a sequel. Alright, back to Anthem. What I really liked from the outset of what they showed is how you're going to be traversing the environment in the supposed open world that they told us about. I feel like for an open world game, how you go about through the open world, how you traverse, is one of the most important elements of that game. You know, you have a game like GTA 4 where the cars kind of felt like boats, and it was a little bit of a chore to get around that open world, not as enjoyable, though the radio stations were very good. You take a game like Assassin's Creed where traversing is a lot of fun, where they kind of took a little bit of Prince of Persia and then added way more parkour, and it was just a joy to go around the environments. You like that kind of stuff. And here you get nice jetpacks, which is always really cool to have jetpacks in a game, but it seems like you get to gracefully fly around the environment, you know. Just like Buzz Lightyear, you're falling with style, and I think that's really cool. I also like how, when you're running, they will boost your running speed, so I think that's kind of awesome. It's like, hey dude, you're not so good of a runner, we'll turn those jump jets on and you'll go super fast. Ah, love it. Usain Bolt, boom! So I'm really looking forward to the traversing. I think that kind of stuff is going to be a lot of fun. Along with that, I really enjoy the suits designs. And what I mean by that is that we kind of got a little bit of a touch of it, and it's neat how we're going to have different classes of suits, so that'll be awesome to kind of round out our party of people to be able to have, say, we'll have more of a tank class character and someone who's more quick to be able to flank the enemies. So I am looking forward to that. I do hope that there's more than two. They kind of talked about two a bit. I'd like to see more. I'd like to see even a melee focused suit. That would be really awesome. Maybe take something that was in, say, The Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise, and Emily Blunt had that awesome sword that she used in it with her suit. I'd love to see something like that. The game looks really gorgeous with a bright color palette, and remember when games were just all brown all the time? It seems to switch over, and now they're just going to be like, here's some bright greens and oranges everywhere, and you know what? I love it. I'm fine with that. It kind of looks like you're exploring the world of Horizon in this, but in a really awesome big suit. Now the game is supposed to have a heavy emphasis on co-op play with up to 4 people. I'm all for that. I love co-op. And the game is going to allow you to play the whole thing in single player. The big thing that I hope that they implement in this game to kind of entice more people to keep playing it and continue to play it is that I really hope there's not an always online connection. Kind of like in Destiny and Division, even if you're playing by yourself just exploring the environment, you always have to be connected to the internet. Now I'm fine with being connected to the internet for, say, you know, multiplayer play, online co-op, anything where I'm interacting with anyone, I can understand that. But if I'm just playing by myself, I don't really see the reason for me to have to be connected to the internet. Now I haven't found anything yet that says that this will have an always online connection, though it does seem like EA is trying to have BioWare make a game that is going to fill a space for them that now, you know, Ubisoft has Division and Activision has Destiny, and EA will then have Anthem. I think this is going to be their Division and Destiny type game, but they do say that it's going to have that signature BioWare good storytelling and all that. So I do hope, being someone who enjoys single player and co-op, that I'll be able to enjoy playing this offline, and then if my friends get online, they can just jump right into my game. So I hope that happens, and hopefully we'll see more of that stuff coming. There's another element that has me really excited for Anthem, especially from the story department. It has one of the writers. He did Knights of the Old Republic, and he did the first 2 Mass Effects, and those have excellent stories to them. So, I mean, Anthem in terms of writing is in really good hands, and as long as there's no, you know, hoopla that we had with Destiny, where they had a great story and some developmental stuff happened, and, well, we didn't really get it, and I still don't know what the darkness is. But I hope Anthem launches with a really good, cohesive narrative from beginning to end. I think that's going to be really important. And keep that variety up, whatever they provide. Yes, there's an open world, but what is there to actually do in it? I know game companies like to focus on, oh, it's so huge, look how big it is. Yeah, but it can be big, but what do I do in it? I want to know what kind of activities I can do in your game. Remember, size isn't always the most important thing, it's what you can actually do in it. And that's what I hope we have here, is lots of variety. So there's co-op, I want to have lots of co-op activities. So give me that. It seems like it's going to have loot. There's a lot of great elements there. And it looks gorgeous. The only thing that I really have to say negatively is, and this is more so a preference, but I don't really care for cutscenes from the first-person perspective, where it's, you know, the screen is then talking to the guy in front of you and the guy's talking to the screen. I'd rather see that from a third-person perspective so that I can kind of gauge both of the characters' emotions, and it just comes across better, I feel like, for a storytelling purpose. And for these press conferences, just stop having the cringy fake player dialogue going back, and no one talks like that while playing a game. Like, if you want it accurate, you need like way more cursing and a way more, oh my god, that's awesome. That's some cool shit right going on there. But anyway, I'm really looking forward to Anthem. I know we're like a year away from it coming out, but it does look very promising, and I'm always looking forward to something that BioWare is going to do. So thank you very much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, and if you'd like to see more content like this, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.